Fabrizio Mioni left the start line this morning in determined style. He only knew one way. Time was ticking away for Mioni to try and clinch the overall lead ahead of Cyril Dupre. He started less than 2 minutes behind Dupre in the overall standings this morning. And although the Dakar finishes on Sunday, he was keen to get an advantage. Navigation always his strong point. The flying 47-year-old was keen to get an advantage, pushing as always in only one way that he knows, 100%. Soon though, Cyril Dupre was with him, and although Mioni had caught Dupre for 2 minutes, the pair of them ride together. Through the villages, they were absolutely on the button with the 50 km/h speed limit that, as always, was being policed by the GPS system. A neutralisation zone for every single competitor. No advantage could be gained nor lost through some of the villages today. The scenery got more and more spectacular. Surely this is what the bottom of the sea looks like. Unbelievable cliffs, unbelievable images once more on the Dakar. Then at the refueling point, a 15 minutes neutralisation point where everybody could top up and then continue on in the same order in which they arrived. Tragically, it was to be Fabrizio Mioni's last few kilometres. He had an accident at 184 kilometres into today's stage. David Fretenier and Alfie Cox immediately on the scene, alerting medical crews as to the problem, and within a matter of moments, the medical crews were on the scene. Unfortunately, nothing they could do. Try as they could, for nearly an hour, Mioni had passed away. David Fretenier continued with obviously heavier things on his mind. He had lost time, but that mattered little. Positions may be a technicality today. Fretenier 5th overall this evening in Kiffa. Now we catch up with Frans Verhoeven, the Dutchman. Start number 145, but having an excellent day today, finishing 7th. He's 16th overall. It's his first Dakar, but he's a professional enduro rider in France and also in Asia, and he's on a 450 Yamaha and doing very well today. And as the other riders continued, without the knowledge of the terrible news that had been left behind them, they found their way across countryside, approaching into Black Africa. A big day today, even though it was truncated somewhat by the organisers with the road book last night. Here's Cyril Dupre. He was second on today's stage. He continues to lead the Dakar overall by 14 minutes. Dupre weary, but still got the energy to get that 660 KTM back on its wheels. Dupre leading overall this evening. Mark Cover and Esteve Puyol second and third in the overall standings. Coma 14 minutes back of Dupre. Esteve Puyol 22 minutes back of Dupre this evening. Alfie Cox 4th. The sand again was soft. Esteve Puyol, the third position man, getting stuck in the sand, and he tried to get the Repsol KTM out, but it was not to be. And when Mark Comer looked behind him, he soon realised that Isidre needed help. Teammates working together, always in the desert. Mark Comer victorious on today's stage ahead of Dupre, Esteve Puyol, John d'Azevedo and Alfie Cox. Numbers not at the forefront of many people's minds this evening. Dupre leads overall ahead of Comer, Esteve Puyol, Cox and David Fretinier. Andy Caldicott, Sala and Brucey in 10th.